Hey guys, it's your fave mother-daughter duo from WeUNIK Cosmetics, and we are back like we never left for another random topic conversation. So once again, mommy will select and then I'll start the convo off.
Okay. What is a hair routine?
So a hair routine, depending on how you look at it, is like a regimented way that you do your hair. So like you're gonna wash it at this time, you're gonna do this. And to me personally, a regimented routine is like borderline nonsense, because if you follow someone else's hair routine, you're not actually learning what to do with your hair. Like a hair routine to me should be seen as a template, not a strict guide. Like you have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do that. But in general, a routine, like anything else, is just making sure that you do what you know you need to do to make sure that your hair is as healthy as possible. Whether that be making sure you do your deep conditioners every 2 weeks, which I do. I do think you should do your conditioners on a regular basis, or however often, because sometimes you might keep your hairstyle in longer or whatever. But like one thing I can think of is once you take your braids out, a routine that I have after having my hair braided up is I do a deep conditioner, and then I give myself at least a week or two in between the next braided style. Because if I don't, and you go right back into braids, the chances of breakage, your hairline, receding. Oh, exactly. So to me, a routine, I don't follow like a regimented thing. Like I gotta wash my hair at 6 o'clock and then I gotta do this at 4 and blah, 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 blah. But it's just like knowing what I need to do and doing it to make sure that my hair stays healthy.
Yeah, ditto. Routine, like I have a hair care routine-ish. The only constant in my hair care routine for now is butter, our oil, and our pomade. And then everything else I just sprinkle. But my hair care routine changes based on the needs of my hair at the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes she a little finicky and she a little moody. And the only 3 things she likes all the time are butter conditioners. Thank you, my Ethiopian and Eritrean sisters, for that tip. And the oil on my scalp and strands, and the pomade on my scalp and strands. But hair care routine for me and for many of us also is a self-care routine. Because if you have textured hair, wash and go ain't no wash and go. We all know it ain't really a wash and go. It's a process. So the hair care routine is the process needed to bring your hair to its optimum health.
Right. And also, like you mentioned, it changes, especially in the seasons. It changes because in the warmer months, your hair, or my hair specifically, I know doesn't need the same level of moisture. Right. I still do the butter, I still do the pomade, I still do the oil. And everyone knows, if you've been watching, I love a little silicone mix. So that's something, a staple for me as well. But I do like the same thing when it's cold outside, but like extra.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna put a couple of pumps of the Metamorphosis oil, or that's the one that we make, on in the summertime, I put a lot of pumps in the winter time. I also do less wet styles in the winter, because if your hair freezes and then it's gonna break. I do more deep conditioning in the winter time, more oil treatments in the winter time, more like it's like more maintenance, because it's drier outside in the winter. So more humidity, like even though in the last video, if you watched, I talked about how my hair gets, when the humidity comes, it poofs up. But when the winter time, I do stuff to promote humidity. So I'll do more of I always put the plastic bag, but I'll do the plastic bag and a towel around my head to promote humidity within the plastic bag, like an ecosystem. Or I'll do the bag and sit under the dryer. So, or the steam treatment, like just anything to promote the moisture. I do way more of it in the winter than I would in the summertime.
Yeah. And this is loosely related, but I love hair days. I know some naturalistas hate them, but I love them because that's when it takes hours to do the hair. So I get to binge watch TV. I get to steam my face. I get to do WTF I want to do while also maintaining my hair. And even that makes me love my hair more because it gives me an excuse to relax.
Right.
Sometimes as a busy woman, that's your only time to relax is during hair care.
Right, right. And I think that that's a good point too, because it also promotes the idea of like taking it from being a chore to being something that you get to do.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I will admit though, like I'm a lazy hairstyle person. Like
me too.
I don't like I used to when I first went natural, and I was like, ooh, when my hair grows, I'm gonna be doing like this style, and I'm gonna do that style. And I always wonder like, why when people have like length on their hair, why don't they do different styles? Why you always do the same? I get it now because it's a lot of effing work, and just keeping your hair healthy and keeping the same love that you had, it can be something. So I think also like when you're developing a hair routine is to not get so regimented that it takes the joy out. Because especially when you're newer on your journey, part of it is experimental. Like even now, like when I'm doing styles, if it's like a new style, like I'm experimenting until I get the look that I want. And it's not like, oh my gosh, like I didn't make sure, like that just causes stress. Your relationship with your hair is like an extension literally of yourself. So when you can have a routine that is natural for you, that doesn't require using the whole kitchen sink worth of products that are really just drying your hair out anyway, is important. And I think like when I mentioned like when you have your core products, and like that's why you'll need to try WeUNIK Cosmetics, because when you do, it will be your core products as well. I mean, you can't see where my hair is, but like that's some shrinkage right there, and
you know, elasticity,
right, and it bounces right back. And I have foam in my hair too, so it's even harder than it would be. So all that to say, you know, your routine is just a part of something that you do and that you learn to enjoy. It's not like oh, you have to do your hair like this and you gotta do that, because that takes the fun out of it. Your hair day is like a day to love yourself, like she mentioned, especially if you're a busy mom, and also if you are an adoptive parent and foster parent, and you're like totally brand spanking new to hair day. Turn it into a bonding experience. Like, wow, my gosh, your hair is so pretty, look at how it curls up, oh my gosh. And that's a confidence builder. That's a bonding experience with your child, regardless of how you're related or how your parental relationship goes. Hair day, hair experience, hair routine is a bonding experience. And when you get your young children into the idea and promoting the normalcy of taking care of their hair, it also builds independence, so that and not shading anyone, but so that your child won't be the one who always has to wear wigs because they don't know how to do their hair.
It's one thing to wear a wig because you want to,
right? Because I wear wigs.
You know, one of my kids, our hair day, I literally scratch her scalp and braid her up so she can wear wigs during the week, because that's what she feel like doing.
Right.
She got broad strength length hair, but she don't want it. She don't feel like it right now because she's a busy student. Also, I love hair day, not just for myself, but for my kids too, because like to piggyback off what she said, man, I love like sometimes during the week we say, okay, we put stuff on our watch list. So we say, okay, on hair day we're gonna watch this, that, and the other. You know, like the last hair day we watched Beyonce Homecoming.
So loud.
And it's just so fun to watch with my little girls. Well, they're not so little, but and you know, we try to get through 3 songs about dancing and singing while we're doing the hair. It's just fun. Hair day is fun for me, and it's the bonding time, because we don't, in the busy moms, we don't even get to eat as a family anymore often with the busy lifestyles we all have. But one thing I know we'll have fun at is hair day.
Right.
We're going to sit, we're going to eat some snacks, we're going to laugh, we're going to watch TV, and it's just fun.
Yeah. And that goes into like knowing what you're doing and learning what you're doing, because like people used to joke like when the kids will see the comb and they'll start running and screaming and crying, and like, okay, that's like
real though.
It's a joke, but it also shows not knowing how, because there's no reason when you know what you're doing, for someone to be, other than someone that's tender-headed.
Yeah, because your brother.
Yeah,
whoo,
that's,
Chile.
but he's new at getting
now
his hair
he's
done.
used to it, yeah.
But like, when you fully know what you're doing, and the child might be tender-headed, blah, blah, blah. But like, what I'm trying to say is, if you're like,
yeah.
and like
coming from the root and all this
hair,
crap,
it's not going to be enjoyable, because the child's going to be squirming around, screaming, and you're going to get frustrated because you're just really trying to do your best, and you've already had a frustrating week or whatever else is going on, and you just want to get the hair done. Versus if you do some finger detangling, if you know, just like we mentioned in the previous video, like when you have the right products and the right techniques.
Use wood combs.
Yeah, and I don't even use combs, to be honest. So it's like, just whatever works for you, you learn how to do that, and then hair routine, hair day becomes a joyful occasion. And maybe instead of, like, it's all trial and error as well. So maybe instead of your child running to the bathroom to hide, to the kitchen, to the stove, or wherever this child is hiding, maybe they'll just run to the bathroom, because it's a little bit less of a struggle. And as you learn that child's hair, as you learn your hair, whatever the situation is, it becomes incrementally better until you get down to your routine. That's why we say use our products, because it really does help. It makes a difference. And watch the tutorials. There are tutorials on how to detangle, how to deep condition, more tutorials to come. And that's also why it's so important that you guys comment, because the more that you comment, the more that you let us know what you want to see, we can tailor it to make sure that we're answering your specific questions, making your life easier on hair day and in general. So that's all I had to say. All right, so I guess we're done. So please be sure to like this video, comment, share with anyone that you think can benefit from it. We do read the comments. So like I said before, if you don't believe me, you can follow us on TikTok. You can also watch the shorts, because a lot of them are based on comments. A lot of the TikToks are based on comments. And these videos are inspired by comments. If you comment, I'll put your topic in here. We'll ring whatever it is, pick it out, and go from there. So also, if you're looking for some easy to use products, you can go to WeUNIKcosmetics.com or click the link in the description just to see what we're doing. I'll also put the TikTok link in the description as well, so you can follow us there, because our influencer era is here, baby. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.